Good morning students. Welcome to the digital classes of Lal Bagh Girls Intermediate College. This is Ma'am Spring and this class of mine is for class 11th. Students, today I am going to take up the next poem from your book Hornbill, and the title of the poem is The Laburnum Top. And this Laburnum Top is written by Ted Hughes, who was known as the Poet Laureate of England. He was an English poet, translator, and children's writer. Critics frequently rank him as one of the best poets of his generation and was also called as Poet Laureate of England. He was born on 17th August 1930 in United Kingdom and died on 28th October 1998. Now, let me give the introduction of the poem, The Laburnum Top. The poem presents a reciprocating or mutual relationship between the laburnum tree and the goldfinch, a small bird with yellow feathers. She arrives in her nest to feed her young ones. The poem describes how a little bird awakens the quiet and sleepy laburnum tree and makes it alive. Laburnum tree is a short tree with hanging branches. It has yellow leaves and has got poisonous seeds, but looks very beautiful because its yellow flowers, it is so beautiful that it looks like a golden chain. The flowers of this tree are hanging flowers, and the goldfinch is a small singing bird with yellow feathers on its wings. So the poet is trying to show the relationship between the two, and what is common between the two is the yellow color. So let us move on to the poem. The laburnum top is silent, quite still, in the afternoon yellow September sunlight. A few leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen, till the goldfinch comes with a twitching chirrup, a suddenness, a startlement at a branch end. In this stanza, the opening line gives the description about the laburnum tree. The laburnum tree is the top part of the tree, and the tree is standing in silence. It is September and it indicates the tree is standing in silence in autumn season, when the leaves of the tree turns yellow in color. So the poet has used yellow color as September sunlight since it's a afternoon. Stillness, quietness and silence of laburnum tree because there is no movement on the tree. Here the twitching means the jerk movement or the movement of a small body parts. Chirrup is the sound made by birds. It's a repeated sound made by birds. Then we have the startlement. It means amazement. Now let us move towards the second stanza of this poem. Then sleek as a lizard and alert and abrupt, she enters the thickness and a machine starts up. Of chitterings and a tremor of wings and trillings, the whole tree trembles and thrills. It is the engine of her family. In these lines, the poet says the silence of the tree is broken by the sudden arrival of the goldfinch bird. As soon as the bird arrives at the end of the tree, the chirrup of the young ones has started. It is the end up of the branches of the tree. Here the word sleek means smooth, abrupt means sudden, or you can say unexpected. Then The word tremor is used for the involuntary movement of the wings. Then again the word trilling is used, which means shaking or involuntary vibrations. And thrills is the word used, which means excitement. Now, suddenly and surprisingly, the silence of the laburnum tree broken with noise and movement caused by the goldfinch bird. Then she quickly enters in the thickness of the branches, swiftly and alertly like a lizard. The bird's movements are compared with a lizard. Children, you must have seen the birds. They are very protective in bringing up their young ones by looking around for any danger. They are very alert and cautious, and so is the goldfinch bird. So due to the arrival or the movement of the bird, the tree appears as if machine has started up. Why? Because the young one who were waiting for the arrival of their mother, filled with excitement, and they start making sound. They start cheering up and they start flapping their wings. And with their movement and noise, the whole tree becomes alive and it trembles and it thrills. So it's a bird. The engine of the family is the goldfinch bird, or you can say the mother bird. Why? Because when the fuel is given to the engine, then it starts working and it starts producing noise. In the same manner, the bird feeds her young one. She stokes at full. Stokes means here to feed. And she feeds her baby and quickly moves briskly to the branch's end. Now let us move towards the third stanza. She stokes it full, then flirts out a branch end, showing her barred face identity mask. Then with airy delicate whistle chirrup whisperings, she launches away towards the infinite, and the laburnum subsides to empty. In these lines, it is showing that after moving to the end branch, the bird makes a airy sound. In the beginning, we had seen that she was feeding her small ones or the young ones, and after feeding her baby, she quickly moves briskly to the end of branches, and her dark colored striped face is visible through the branches, because the goldfinch is yellow in color but has a black mark on her head, which is described as the striped face. So in these lines, after she moves to the end of the branch, she makes the airy sound. Airy is a sound which is a wicked, or you can say a strange sound. And then she moves into the sky. Sky here means the infinite. So after moving of the bird goldfinch, laburnum again becomes dull, silent as it was before. It became silence, or you can say lifeless, as it was earlier in the beginning. So laburnum tree has given shelter to the bird, and the bird has taken away the tree's silence. We can say that this is the message of the poem, The Laburnum Top. So we should understand the importance of worthy of each others. Then only we can say that we are worthy of living in this world. So this is all about this poem. I think this poem must be clear to you. So you will be writing the central idea of this poem of your own in the next class. we'll be taking up the another story of your book from the snapshot section, which is the address. Till then, stay safe, stay home, and thank you.